Wow, it's nuts. It still baffles me.
Shouting his business out. People charge thousands for that kind of service. Why did you feel like you wanted to do that?
Hustlers. He's one of my mates that's trying to. He's not trying. He's doing well, but I understand like the power of social media, so it's the least I could do. He helped me when I was coming up. I used to go down and spar with him, and it's just what we should do for each other. Like my people, just look out for them the same way they look out for me.
Post boxing, management, training, promoter, what do you kind of see yourself doing?
Charity, probably more property stuff. I don't think I'll probably be too heavily involved in the management side of things. It's tough. But maybe more advisor for athletes, recovery, longevity in the sport, mentality. I could advise for those things, but in business, probably more property.
And did you still see Daniel Dubois as a little kid?
That's just the fighting talk. I respect the man. That's fighting talk.
I want to get a response to Don Charles's comments. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago. He says he knows your boxing DNA, your makeup, and that his presence in Daniel's camp should be a concern for you. Got any thoughts on that?
I've got to respect the man's opinion. That's how he feels. But for me personally, I'm focusing on myself. I'm not focusing on Don. I'm not focusing on Daniel. I'm focusing on myself and what I've got to do. And that's all that matters. So yeah. What Don says is going to be irrelevant when the first bell goes anyway.
Of course, you're both North London guys, you're both in boxing. I didn't actually know you had a relationship before, like when you were in the amateurs.
With Don?
Yeah.
I met Don at a petrol station once, and I was like, you're Derek's trainer. I'm trying to do this boxing thing. Can I pump down your gym? Pump down. I used to do some rounds with Chisora. We used to spar a lot. And then after a while, Don told me I should stop coming to his gym, and that was it. And I respected the man's wishes.
From Meriden, why?
It's all love, innit?
Guys, we're going to take a step to the right.
Training camp, how has it been?
It's challenging, really challenging.
Is this the hardest training camp you've had?
No. They're all like this, all like on the same level, all tough.
From how would you rate your opponent on Saturday?
10 out of 10. Very, very.
We're going to take one more step to the right. Thank you.
From Meriden Way to Finchley ABC to Olympic glory to headlining Wembley Stadium for the third time, potentially coming three-time heavyweight champion of the world, whilst carrying Nigeria and Watford on your back. What does this moment mean for you?
When you put it like that, it means a lot. When you put it like that, it means a lot. But I'm quite respectful of my position. That's why I spend time in Meriden. I spend time in Finchley. And at Wembley, I worked hard so I can perform in front of the people, and that's what I do. I give them the respect they deserve. Do you know what I mean?
AJ, you've been at big occasions throughout your whole career. Yeah. When it comes to Wembley, 96,000 fans, like how is that really something that comes into mind? Do you think about it a lot?
Wow, it's nuts. It still baffles me because I said Sunday, nothing really changes. So you go out Saturday in front of 96,000 people, and then Sunday comes round, and you're like, it's all done. But I think it'll be something that like we look back on. When you're riding the wave, you're just riding the wave until you get to the end of that wave. That's when you take a step back and you really admire what's happened. So right now I'm just in that conqueror's mindset, like what's the next feat, where are we going next? And 96,000 people, as good as it is, I've got to go out there and win.
Tyson Fury's back in Dubois to win this one. What do you say to all the people that are his fans, people who are maybe looking over you and saying maybe it's his time to take the throne?
Yeah, he's a good fighter, Dubois. So 50-50. I think certain people are going to back him, certain people are going to back me, and I can't take anything from it. You know what I mean? I just got to make sure that I focus on myself and prove myself right.
From £75 a day as a bricklayer to what you are now, just talk to me about this journey quickly, man.
Yeah, well, just always been a hustler. Boxing's just a hustle. You know, if you're going to do something, do it properly. That's just my mentality. And with boxing, I saw what it took. I looked at other people that had done it before me. And the thing is, what I liked about the game was what they had, it weren't too far out of my reach. They had a coach, paid £3 a session to get into the boxing gym. You could train the trainers, a pair of shorts, and just needed a bit of work ethic. And with those 5 things combined, this is what brought me here, just hustle. Honestly, that's all it is, nothing Nothing special, just a lot of hustle.
So we're going to do two more questions.
Anthony, Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. You're someone that's been criticised for your whole career. From the minute you came up in the amateurs, how have you pushed that to the side to prepare for these big fights? What's the element that you have to go through?
Joe, it's just do your best. I think that's the main thing. Is if you do your best, no one can criticise you, because what else can you give other than your best? So for me personally, you can critique me. As long as I give my best, I can look myself in the mirror and be happy.
Were you born with that mindset, or was that something you had to
100. That's what I said. So when I said earlier, like with boxing, I just looked at it and said, let me give my best, and wherever that takes me, it takes me. And it just brought me here. So for me personally, everyone's got an opinion, everyone's got an expectation, but for me personally, I've got an expectation of myself, and I'm just trying to live up to the expectation I have of myself.
What did you learn about Daniel Dubois in those spars? He's obviously said some things in it you don't agree with, but what did you learn about him in those spars?
Great fighter, phenomenal fighter, and he's worked hard to be in this position now. So everything he's done in the past has led him here now. So his hard work is paying off, and he's a hard worker.
Sorry guys, we got to go. Keep going.
Thanks very much.
Good.